Hello everybody, you're very welcome to Moorland. I'm delighted to be showing you this gorgeous 4-bedroom detached bungalow. It's a really unusual property because it's actually dates back to over 100 years, but is very smartly extended and the attic converted. And so there's a very good use of space, yet enjoying its lovely original charm in many ways. This property is tucked away. We're only 1.5 kilometres from Dundalk town centre. And yet you could be in the middle of nowhere because we're further along the Castletown River here, and we're surrounded by sort of natural conservation areas or simply natural birding and wildlife areas. So there's a lovely sense of countryside, even though you have the benefit of being so close to town. It's a small enough site, but yet it packs quite a punch, as you're going to see when we have a look around. So stay tuned to the end and we'll have a look around the back garden. Bit of a quiz for the gardeners amongst you. In the meantime, the property itself, it extends to over 190 square metres. It's massive, very surprising. And what's not to love about this gorgeous blue and with the yellow pops in the storm porch and the white window reveals. So a lot to love about this property. I'm looking forward to showing it to you. And as usual, let us know your comments on the property, and if you would like particularly to take a closer look, we will be delighted to arrange that for you. So this is Moorland. We're now on the market and 190 square metres, and we're going on the market at €325,000. So let's take a closer look. Right, so the property lies at the end of a 1.5 kilometre road from the junction of the Armagh Road and the Newry Road. And what you find at the end of that road is this charming, lovely home. It's a single-storey dwelling, but it has an attic conversion which delivers a fantastic extra space. Obviously, I'm going to show you. So here we are. You can see it's just a sort of a pure nature kind of a place. And the house itself, it's very old world, but with a modern twist. As you can see there, personally, I love the colours. The navy with the yellow and the beautiful pops of white in the windows. And there's just so many lovely things about this house. As I say, you could literally be anywhere. Lovely remains of an old stone farmyard gate there. And that's the property. Now, deceptive, yes. This is a 4-bedroom house, which, including the attic conversion, extends to over 190 square metres, which in anybody's money is a lot of space. Let's go and have a look inside. Straight away, very clever and gorgeous, bright, sparkly yellow storm porch. PVC door in and in again. So nice comfort factor there. Love the storm porch. But as we get inside, you have a lovely, very comfortable, calm space. So straight off, this is into the living area. Well, one of 2 living areas, I should say. And as you can see, it's a combination of tiled and I think a semi-solid or laminate floor. It has an open fire here. You can see that there. And if I just show you this is the depth of the wall, the original. We're in the original part of the house now, and this is the depth of the wall, which speaks to its age. So it's actually, here we are, it's about 20 degrees, 22 degrees outside. It's lovely and calm in here and warm, and that's, it's lovely and cool in here, I should say, and that's because of those lovely big walls. Now, off the living room is your first bedroom, which would be the normal layout of a house of this age. And you can see there, it's a very, very spacious room. Probably originally this was 2 rooms. Okay. You see there, 4'6" or 5-foot bed, plenty of space around it. From here on in, folks, it's fairly modern throughout. So now we're moving from the older part of the house to the extended part, and this is a lovely big open plan kitchen diner. Okay, and modern though it may be, it has retained some lovely sort of country themes. Like I love this red block stonework. You have an island here, and then when you look over around the main part of the kitchen, it's very, very unusual, very nicely laid out. You have your lovely country style panelled doors with the breaks of block in between. So just to have a little pooch under the bonnet of this kitchen, it's a really good size and space. It's full of light thanks to all these windows at one side. You see here, it's plenty room for a big fridge freezer freestanding there. Freestanding dishwasher is plumbed there. And then as we go around, you can see space for a freestanding oven there with extractor overhead. And then around here. So there's plenty storage space and plenty workspace as well, particularly thanks to the island. Lovely amount of space over here as well for the dining area. It's lovely to see a house that has that option and that you can dine at the island, but also that you can dine at a dining table. As I say, loads of space there. And what you're looking out at, folks, from the kitchen is absolutely lovely. It's pure countryside. Now, we're going to carry on in this direction, and we have the first bedroom, which in this instance is being used as an office. Dual aspect space, tiled floor. So it's sort of, as you can see, it's serving many different functions there. And that's what we like to see in houses, that it's multifunctional. Around behind me there, I won't show it to you. It's just, well, I'll give you a little look. It's a utility space, okay? Very cleverly done, stacked there. So in actual fact, for a lot of people, particularly people who are considering upsizing, the utility space is the one that you've maybe been missing out on, and so to know that it's there is important. Now, into the next living room area. This is so lovely. We're dual aspect here, folks, and you can see there French doors leading out to the garden. Stay tuned because I'm going to give you a little look around the garden in a few moments. There's almost a European feel to this with the beautiful tiled floor and the light coming in. And this room is very nicely laid out, and it's got a partition which leads down the hallway of the house. But it's very cleverly done because what that is doing is giving light to what might otherwise be a slightly darker corridor. You'll see what I mean as we walk down, but this space is lovely. And again, we're looking out to pure countryside there. I don't know, can you see that? Well, we'll be out there in a few moments anyway. So that is, excuse me whilst I tinker around there, that is the second living room. It's lovely. Now, on then, you see where I've just gone from that. There you go, here we go, magic. Hallway. Bedroom number 2, I think. Now you can see here we're into the bunk bed category now, and there's plenty of space even to take your bunk bed and your wardrobes. So it's a heavily furnished room, and it can take it. Desk space there for the bit of homework. Lovely, joyful yellow room, full of toys and all the things that you would expect from a child's room, but good to see that it can take that level of furniture. So the bathroom, main bathroom, fully tiled. I'm loving the overhead clothes error, if that's the word for it. Error, difficult word to say. But the bathroom is super. So you can see there, bath with the shower with electrical appliance tucked in there. It's important to have a good sized family bathroom. Just in behind me there is the tank, the water tank. So it's important to have a good sized family bathroom. Now, the next thing is, although I'm not going to go up there, you can see there the attic. So if you are in mind to do further attic conversion, we can talk about that whilst we're here. So we're now into the 4th bedroom inside. The first one was the one that's been used as an office, the second one off the living room, the third one the children's room, and this is the 4th room. It's massive. Look at that, it's absolutely buckets of space. And then look, there's a whole wall of built-in storage. So folks, this is really, really spacey, and it's got an ensuite. So all of the boxes are being ticked by this lovely house in Moorland. This shower, I love this. Look, it's a double shower, but it's more like a wet room shower really, because there's only one little step over and then you're in. And check out that shower accessory. Oh, shower envy there, love it. Now, as I say, just going back for a moment, lovely 2 windows, so there's lovely, lovely sense of light and airiness in here, but it's a super big space. Now, let's go and have a look at that attic conversion. So the space which I'm talking about is off the kitchen, okay? Now there's a couple of things that are really important here to point out. Little toilet, wash hand basin and shower in there as well. Because you can never have too many. Now, I love this. Look at this, it's a landing area, but it's being used very cleverly because these days we can never have too much space for the work from home or for the homework or for whatever it is. And this is gorgeous because you have the skylight, the Velux window above you. So there's lovely light there, and that would be a lovely space to spend your working day or doing your homework. And then in here to this wondrous space, look, a den of dreams, ladies and gentlemen, big and small. Isn't that fantastic? That is just brilliant. There's also additional storage space off it there, which I can show you again if you're here. But this is very, very clever use of the space. Back out through here. Now, let's go and look in the garden. Now, I've come out the back door and here we are in this gorgeous, lovely space. It's a really hard working space actually, because look at this. Now, I could of course tell you what all the things are that are planted here, but I might do a bit of a garden bingo and let you all figure it out yourself. Will I do that? No, I won't do that. There's strawberries there. Here you have your, what we're going to call them chives or scallions or French onions here. What's over here? Look like more strawberries there, maybe raspberries. Rosemary over here. And I don't know if you can hear this as we go along, but there's a lovely movement of air thanks to these lovely trees here. And and it's possibly potatoes in there and lettuce I see over there. There's lovely sound of birds singing. The wind is starting to pick up a little, which is really good because we need a bit of a breath of air around today. And as you can see there, I love the little bird feeders all the way around, which are obviously inviting our feathered friends, our pollinators in here. Fruit tree there. That's the back of the house, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, that gorgeous theme, that gorgeous navy blue carried on through the back. And then this is the rear area. That's the corridor that we went down. And that's the back. So in actual fact, there is more storage space to be reclaimed from up there, if you were of a mind to do that. As I mentioned before, lovely, lovely sense of quiet and peace around here. And a lovely patio here, which is ideally positioned to enjoy every single drop of sunshine. Ladies and gentlemen, that is Moorland. It is a gorgeous house. Surprising, yes. Impressive, definitely. Worth a look, particularly if you're looking for a 4-bedroomed house that is tucked away and has a nice balance between sort of town and country. It is now on the market, ready to show you. So if you would like to take a look, we would be more than delighted to show it to you. And perhaps we'll see you here very soon. Meantime, thank you for joining me here. As always, I do appreciate it when you pop onto the virtuals. We love your comments. We love your suggestions. And we love to know that you're getting some interesting content out of the site. And stay tuned, as they say. If you haven't already done so, please do subscribe. It helps enormously. It helps me, it helps my clients, it helps everything. And it helps you because if you're really dead set and you're eagerly hunting for a property, then it's a good way to get first notification when something comes in. Have a great day, folks. Enjoy the weather and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.